Hello and welcome to Birmingham for round 9 of the Mobil Honda CRX Challenge. Well, this is a very different race to anything that the Honda drivers, or for that matter anyone else in Britain, faces during the course of the season. It's a street race with unrelenting barriers, and that can catch you out. 8 points in the lead from Ackerley. Watts is hoping to win here. Dave Loudon is only 2 points further back, but Ackerley has more than points riding on this one.
We've got sponsorship from Halfords, and if I finish in the first 3, my son here, Joseph, he'll get a new bicycle, a new mountain bike, and when you find out how much they cost, it's quite a good deal.
Now, what's the idea behind this deal? I mean, is there a corporate thing?
Well, you know, Halfords are sponsoring the Superprix. It's a major, you know, mega corporate push, and we wanted to sort of show or introduce a human side to the story, you know, about a little boy getting a bicycle, which is what, you know, Halfords is all about. And this is the guy that's going to get the bike, and we'd like to say thank you, Halfords.
Is it going to be you versus the Edenbridge boys, you reckon?
Yeah, we're obviously on the 3rd row. I've got to get through the 2 in front of me, but certainly got to get back at them and beat them, hopefully. But Patrick will take some beating round here.
Well, Patrick certainly will take some beating round here because he was fastest in practice. And this is the full grid. Watts, Ackerley, James Caywell up, you'll see, and also note Tim Sugden's position. He's, of course, the BMW cadet driver, and really going hard here, carrying an onboard camera. 2.47 miles around the streets of Birmingham, down in fact by the Bristol Road area, if you know Birmingham at all, and the cars lining up, ready to get off now, up towards the first corner, onto green any second. Here they go, up now towards Labatt's corner. This is the first one after the start, and of course the big thing about a street circuit, it's always difficult to pass on. And one man making sure that he's in with a chance of everybody having to pass him. It's Pat Watts in the lead, Ackerley behind him. And, ooh, they're all tight as they come out of there. Tim Sugden sitting there behind and looking for a way through. It's Loudon in front of him. Sugden determined to try and force his way by. Getting away from him a little bit there. Streaking up this long uphill straight that leads towards Labatt's Bridge. Still Pat Watts in the lead. They come to Halfords, which is round an island, actually, when they get to the top, which makes life very difficult. There we see round Halfords, and now down the other side, this is slightly downhill. On the right-hander at the bottom is Ferodo Corner. Everybody's safely out of that one. Down you can see the cars streaking right the way down the other side of the twin track. Still Watts, still Ackerley behind him. The bicycle on his brain. And into that right-hander where you can make a mistake if you don't watch it. Out come the top 6, Pat Watts in the lead then. And now a short straight, Rover Road, before they come to Dinaglaze Corner. Another left-hander, under another bridge, and then into another left-hander, which is Cavendish. There's the one, there's a big car park on the right here, and now into the other one. And that's tight, as you can see. Another bit of straight now, up towards Honda Turn. Aptly named, of course, for these cars, the CRXs. And here they go, slight left, then right. And quite a gap opening up between the first 2 and everybody else. Rick Shortall in 3rd place, behind him, James Kay, then Dave Loudon, then Sugden. These are the first 2. Ackerley in 2nd. You'll notice he hasn't got the red stripe on the front of the Edenbridge prepared car. Sugden goes to the inside there, door shut firmly by Dave Loudon. Loudon further back than he'd like to be, and trying oh so hard. Tail tends to come out there. Sugden, upper gear, up the hill again. And Ackerley having a look on the inside, but he's not really close enough for it to be meaningful. Into the island, that's Ackerley locking up the front wheels there. Leaving his braking hopelessly late, but gets it together. There you see the smoke, in fact, from those brakes as we go in car once again, but that was James Kay, I think, who locked up there. Right on the rev cutout, that's that slight miss at the top in Sugden's car. And now downhill. This is about the fastest part of the course. And that was a flash of brake lights there. I think that there's a little bit of worry from the man in front there, Dave Loudon, whether or not he's got as many brakes as he thinks he should have. Certainly he was dabbing them there, and that's indicative of the fact that he's got a long pedal. Ooh, what's there? Slithering, sliding about under braking. Ackerley much steadier. There's Loudon with Sugden on his tail again. Whoops, Sugden in trouble, gets it corrected. And what's in there, out again. Loudon still holding on to his place. James Kay putting a lot of pressure, an enormous amount of pressure on Shortall. Shortall goes off. Kay and Shortall meet, and that's a lot of damage to both cars. So both Rick Shortall and James Kay, difficult to tell who did what with which and to whom there. I think that was just a racing accident. Shortall, as you can see, is going crabwise down the road there. Let's have a look at that in replay. Here they come. Shortall in front. Behind him then James Kay. Shortall comes in, gets out of line, hits the barrier. Poor James Kay, who's had a terrible season, has nothing to do but clip him. And that really is the end of the race for both of them. Well, there's a very, very badly damaged car. Rick Shortall can do nothing about that at all. I'm afraid it was all down to him. You can't blame poor James for that one in any way, shape or form, and James has had his fair share of blame this year, I should tell you. The first two, still Ackerley, keeping in sight of Pat Watts, obviously keeping in sight of his bicycle for his son, but not able to close the gap. And this means that Dave Loudon, of course, is up to third place, and we suspect that Loudon has got a brake problem. We've seen him dabbing at that brake, and I don't think he's too happy a guy. They're coming in now. Dynaglaze corner, out of Dynaglaze, under the bridge, into Cavendish. Two left-handers, this second one very tight indeed. First two well ahead. Whoops. Well, I said he hadn't got any brakes. That proves it. Dave Loudon went off there, creased the front of the car a bit, but undoubtedly has got a brake problem. I'm afraid it told he's back in the race, but he's out of the running with Sugden, who's now in a firm third, Mike Callaghan in a firm fourth. And that's where the next battle's going to come. Let's see that in replay. Here's Sugden. He's watching what's happening. And you can see that poor Dave Loudon's in trouble from the word go. He's got some front brakes. I don't think he's got any rear brakes at all. So it's brakes all the way there. Understeers himself up. There was a little bit of an escape road, so no harm done, really. So Sugden now has got it all to do. He's got to try and hold off the opposition behind. Pat Watts has got the fastest lap, 78.04, 1:53.94. That compares pretty well with his practice time, a 53.80. Here is Sugden. You can see the look of concentration on Sugden's face, not wearing a face mask. Callaghan is. And Callaghan trying every way, which way, comes out a bit wider and loses a bit of ground as a result of that. Now it's down the hill. Here's Pat Watts, here's Ackerley, about 25 yards. Our view foreshortens it a bit there. We're looking at Sugden's car. Oh, he's sideways. Oh, that was pretty close. Got him back together again, but he can't afford to do that too often. In fact, he's done it only once, and once too often, because he's lost his place. Up to third comes Callaghan. That's Mark Hazell in the background there, coming back to the series again. Delighted to see him. And here's Sugden now in trouble. He's got to try and get his way back in front of Callaghan. And short of getting out of the car and having a word with him about it, I can't see that Callaghan's going to give way too easily. But this is the fascination of street racing, because to find your way by is very difficult indeed. Honda. The slight right, now the left. And if he can pull out here, no, the inside line's not open to him. So he really has got to try very hard. Callaghan in third place. Sugden now behind him in fourth place. Then Mark Hazell. And out front, out of sight, it's still the battle that's going on between Andy Ackerley and Pat Watts, the leader. And Watts, I think, has got that one more or less under control. Nothing Andy wants to do to throw his bike away for sure. Or his son's bike, that is. Up the hill once again. Tim Sugden looks for a way, taking a wide sweep there. Comes through on the inside, and I think this is it. I think he's made it. It looks as if he's got the inside there, if he can stay there. It's a brave man's job, and he's made it. Sugden showing a remarkable degree of ability to get himself back in front there. It was well judged, it was nicely done, it was 100% fair, and here comes Callaghan to try and redress the balance. And Sugden not giving him any chance at all, moving out to take the optimum line, so other than a dive on the inside, Callaghan has no chance at all. Out they come. Hazell in the background. 75.52 miles per hour is the current average speed here. Mark Hazell is getting ever closer as these two battle. And Sugden really thinks, I think, that he's Jack the Lad here. He's got this one nicely tied up, out of Honda. And providing he's not worried into a mistake, he should stay in third place. He's proved that he's got the nous to get back there. Lap 7. And through they go. Really on the ear a little bit there through Labatt's. Roland Dane next up. Russell Grady well up too. But we're really watching this battle, and everybody else is tending to be overshadowed by this because it's a fascinating battle. Ackerley's got the fastest lap, a 1:53.88. That's only 0.08 of a second outside the time that they were doing in practice. And Sugden is trying to put some distance between himself and Callaghan to some effect there. Sugden has got a few cars' length. There's Pat Watts, there's Andy Ackerley, about the same distance between them. But Pat, who had a little wrestle there, taking it to the yellow line and no further. Here comes Sugden. Sugden brakes, changes down. Whoops, he's out sideways again. Oh, into the barrier. And Sugden has thrown it all away there. Gets it into gear. Hello, we're going the wrong way. Sugden is going back down the track to find a place to turn round. He has. He rejoins, but he's lost a lot of places. And somebody there must have had a tremendous surprise to see him coming the opposite direction. But no surprises here. Pat Watts in charge. Pat Watts on lap 9. And it looks to me as if he's got this quite nicely in the bag. Ackerley has dropped a bit of ground. He's no longer pressuring him. Watts getting the tail out a little bit there, but showing remarkable car control. Pat, of course, who's driven the Metro Turbos in the past, who's, of course, an ex-Honda champion, looks as if he's going to do it again. It's been an exemplary drive by the man who leads the championship. Andy Ackerley must be happy with the bike for his son in second place. Here comes Ackerley. Slightly different line there, trying to straighten it out a bit more. Pat Watts with the netting in the window there. You either have to have the window up or netting in the window. In the lead, down the hill, and showing that he means it. This next little group, of course, now has Callaghan at the head of it. Here is Callaghan. Behind him should be Mark Hazell. Yes, he is. Roland Dane. Russell Grady in the orange car. Then Gavin Green. And there's Dave Loudon, who's come back again from that incident we saw early in the race, which saw his chances go out the window for a better finish than that. So down those 6 cars come, and only Loudon, I suppose, could hope to make a place from the back there and make any difference to his championship hopes. But this is the last lap, and out front we know that we've still got Patrick Watson. Oh dear, we've got another problem here. That's Paul Storr and Bob Addison have had a coming together. Storr is back into the fray. Addison is still doing his driving test there on the island and has got a fair amount of damage to the side of the car, but he sets off. Out front, however, it was Pat Watts, Andy Ackerley, who's got the bike for his boy on his birthday. Here's the top 6 coming up onto your screen now. Mike Callaghan, Mark Hazell, welcome back to him. Roland Dane, Russell Grady in round 9 of the Mobil Honda CRX Challenge. And the overall points position in the championship now looks just like this. Watts 80 points, Andy Ackerley 69, Dave Loudon 61, Grady, Gavin Green and Boone the next 3. So that's the Hondas from Birmingham, and we look forward to the next round of this championship.